Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Yana. This is The Scented, and we talk about all things fragrance. So if that's your jam, make sure that you head on down and click that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It's completely free. You just scroll down, you find the little rectangle that says subscribe, and you click it and you're in, and then we get to do all the fun fragrance things together. Today's video is a requested video and it is lipsticky powdery fragrances. These are my favorite 10 plus a couple honorable mentions of fragrances that really smell like lipstick. Like if you've ever opened a lipstick, or especially like an older lipstick, those seem to have more of that like powdery, lipsticky, waxy smell. That sort of smell. It's a very addictive smell, and there are a lot of fragrances that create the scent for you to wear, and it's very sexy, it's very sophisticated, ladylike, and lipsticky, and fabulous. So here are my top 10. I'm gonna start with Juliette Has a Gun Lipstick Fever. This is a newer one. It came out last year in 2020, and this one is actually like a very true waxy, sweet, lipsticky scent. It's iris, it's raspberry. The raspberry is really prominent in there, but it's not too sweet. It's just that perfect, like crushed up, powdery, sweet lipstick scent. Like think of maybe even like a lip gloss that had a little bit of sweetness in there. So good, so addictive. I still need to get myself a full bottle of that one. It's yummy. It is like a real lipsticky scent, and it's also pretty affordable. Like, I mean, if you can find it at Fragrance Buy or whatever, you can usually find it under $100. So even though it's technically niche, the price point is like relatively affordable. There's gonna be a few in here that are like on the pricey side, but I always try to have you guys covered and give you some budget alternatives. And the next one is a budget alternative, and this is Calvin Klein's Eternity Intense. This is a fantastic budget fragrance. Like, how is this $30 or $40? You can easily find this for $30 or $40 on fragrance discount sites. This is a like buttery orris fragrance. Orris is the root of an iris, and they create a butter out of it, and this is very, very buttery indeed. It's rich, it's quite heavy. Like, this is not a fragrance that I'd be able to wear in the heat. This is definitely winter only, at least for me. And it has a sweetness to it and a waxiness. So literally, like, think of like candle wax or the waxiness of a lipstick. This one's also quite close to Maison Margiela's Lipstick On, if you guys have ever smelled that one. I love Lipstick On. I have it, and I'll get to it later, but it's discontinued, super hard to find. This one is similar, but a little bit less boozy and like a little bit less sweet, just more powdery. Very, very beautiful scent, very sophisticated, and it smells a lot more expensive than it is. This was in my video of underrated fragrances that you guys absolutely need to try. This is definitely one of them. Like, you need to try this, especially if you love a powdery fragrance. Next is Narciso Rouge, the Eau de Parfum. This is a little bit different. This one's more musky. So if you love a Narciso musk, and you want a little bit more powderiness, like that lipsticky type of powderiness, this one has it. I absolutely love this one. It has a little bit of sweetness too, so it's a little bit sweeter than the classic Narciso EDP in the white cube. This one's a little bit sweeter, a little bit more floral than the Poudre. So the Poudre has like a sweet powderiness to it. I did a full Narciso collection review, so I'll link it up at the top for you guys, actually over here. All the cubes are different. This one to me is the most lipsticky, musky scent. It has iris, it has rose, it has a little bit of sweetness, and it's a really beautiful, elegant, feminine scent. This one is ultra feminine, luxe, kind of femme fatale. This smells like a woman dressed in a nice, sleek satin gown with an open back at a high-end venue, like sitting at a bar, drinking her martini, just a boss babe, waiting for someone. And she's very sweet, but she's got this like edge, femme fatale kind of quality about her. This is the lady that I envision wearing this fragrance. Next is a very easy wearing grab and go type of lipstick scent, and it's Givenchy Irresistible. I have a sample of the Eau de Toilette that I snagged from a friend. I've been wearing this quite a lot. It's just a very easy wearing light rose and musky scent. It has a little bit of tartness in the opening, like there's cassis, so blackcurrant leaf. Very, very tart in the opening, like a tart, juicy rose. And then it goes powdery, musky, soft, plushy, easy wearing, very casual, very ladylike, simple, elegant, and it's a rose lover's fragrance. Like, I think even if you're not a big rose fan, you could probably still try this out because that tartness offsets it in the beginning, and then you get a really nice sort of woody and musky scent later on. It's a very, very easy wearing fragrance. I have to try the Eau de Parfum. I have not tried that one. I think that one may be a little bit more powdery. If you guys have tried both, please comment down below and let us all know the difference between the EDT and the EDP. I think the EDT is already pretty lipsticky, but maybe the EDP is even more lipsticky. Moving on, we have Francesca Bianchi Angel's Dust. This is an animalic, vintagey, powdery scent. This smells like burlesque. This smells like Moulin Rouge. This smells like sexy, old school, like feathers, can, that whole shebang. This is a little bit scandalous. This is a little bit edgy, powdery, sexy, dirty, but addictive. This is for a daring lady. This is probably the most challenging of all the ones that I'm gonna show you guys, but it's such a beautiful scent. It's very, very unique. Like if you're a vintagey fragrance lover, you would really like this. I really have to be in the mood for it. I can appreciate the craft and it's a really creative, well done fragrance, but I have to be in the mood for it. Like the occasion has to call for it. And it's an extrait de parfum, so very powerful, very, very powerful. Like 2 sprays, it lasts all day. Like for me, all the Francesca Bianchi fragrances, I find them super long lasting. This one is my favorite and I find it to be the most wearable, easy, and if I can say easy about this house, but it is the most easy of all of them. Like I have a whole bunch. I find a lot of them like not wearable. This one is definitely wearable, ladylike, vintagey, burlesque-y, that sort of vibe. Next is Goutal Etoile de Nuit. I'm in love with this one. I've been wearing so much of it. I realized that Goutal is for me. I have another one from them called Tenue de Soirée that I raved about. Got this one. Oh my God, did not disappoint. I wanted something that was powdery, light. This isn't sweet. That's the thing. It has raspberry, it has iris. It gives me that makeup-iness, but it smells a little bit woody. It's very comforting. It's a little bit more dry. It's like a dry makeup scent. It's not a waxy, rich, lipsticky scent. This one's a little bit more modern. So easy to wear. Like I have worn so much of this one since I got it. I've been alternating between this one and Tenue de Soirée. I think I also really love the bottles. Now I also need to get Nuit et Confidence because I need to complete my collection of these bottles. I'm just in love with this collection. It's very much about the powdery iris, but it also has a woodiness to it, which I don't see it in the notes. The notes only say iris, rose, and raspberry, but there's so much more in here. I feel like there's definitely cedar, maybe a little bit of vetiver, like something dry, woody, comforting, and like very, very pleasant. I think this is a modern lipsticky scent. I don't think this is very vintagey. This is, if the one that I mentioned before, the Angel's Dust, is vintagey. This to me is on the opposite end. Like this doesn't smell vintagey at all. It smells like a refreshing, crisp, powdery, makeup-y scent. I really, really love it. So yeah, definitely check out the Étoile de Nuit. And Tenue de Soirée. Tenue de Soirée for me still is like my favorite one. But we're talking about lipsticky scents. That one's not very lipsticky. This one's a little bit more lipsticky. If you guys have tried Nuit Confidence, can you comment and let me know? Because that was the one that I was least interested in because it's more of a vanilla scent. And you know, I'm like, about vanilla, I'm not always on board, but it looks like it would be a winner. And so far my experience with the brand has been very good. So let me know your thoughts on Nuit Confidence because I really want that one too. Anyway, that was like such a sidebar. Next is Byredo's Bibliotheque. This is a leathery fragrance, but it has the powderiness of violet and it has these really beautiful sweet stone fruits. So there's plum, there's peach, it's powdery and sweet. This one is one of the sweeter ones of all of the ones that I've mentioned, especially the opening. The opening is yummy. Then it settles into more of a makeup-y, powdery, delicate, supple leather scent. So this isn't a bam in your face kind of rancid leather scent. No, this one is very, very delicate, really soft. The most wearable, feminine, pleasant leather scent, and the way that it mixes in with the powderiness of the violet and the sweetness of those fruits gives you an undeniable makeup-y, powdery effect. I wanted to keep this list pretty broad. Like I didn't want to give you 10 that smell the same. They're all different interpretations of a makeup-y, powdery scent. So there should be something for all of your tastes. Next up is a fragrance that was discontinued and then resurrected allegedly, and you can get this through the Guerlain boutique but in the newer presentation, and it's Shalimar Parfum Initial. This is nothing like the original Shalimar. This is very powdery. This smells a lot more like Dior Homme. It's a very comforting, like I almost smell licorice in here, very comforting, powdery, old school scent. This one definitely has old school vibes. Yes, it's vintagey, but it's so comforting. This one I want to wear in the evenings at home when I'm vacuuming. It's my lady of the home fragrance that when I'm putting everything together, I'm vacuuming in the evening, it's dark out and I'm fluffing all my pillows, all that good home stuff. I like to wear this one. It's really nice. It's a very pleasant, old school powdery fragrance. Lots of powdery vanilla. There's some little bit of citrus in here. So this one has citrus. A bunch of the other fragrances I mentioned earlier, they don't have a citrus touch, but this one does. It's quite complex. I really, really like it. I'm really happy to have it in the old presentation, but if you can't find it, I would recommend going for Dior Homme Intense. This is a beautiful, very similar iris to the Parfum Initial, but this is a masculine marketed fragrance, but I think that women could easily wear this. This has almost the same powdery iris scent as the Parfum Initial, but it also has a really nice sweet pear. There's a muskiness to it and a nice woody dry down. And this smells very different on my skin than it does on my man's skin. It develops almost more leathery on him somehow, but on me, it stays powdery. So definitely this is one you need to check out on your skin, but I think women could easily wear this fragrance. Like I really like to wear this one myself. So I would recommend you guys check that out, especially if you like a powdery iris. And now we're down to the honorable mentions. Valentino Donna, it's still available. It still can be found, but I heard that it was reformulated and I have not smelled the new formulation. This is one of my all-time favorites, especially for powdery scents. I'm obsessed with this. It's rosy, it's sophisticated, powdery, a little bit sweet. It's so ladylike. It's so like grown up, but it's not too mature. It doesn't smell old. It doesn't smell outdated. It's perfectly balanced. I love this one. I have a backup of the old formulation, which has suede. I haven't smelled the new formulation. That's why this is an honorable mention, because it's still, I don't think it's discontinued. I think it's technically still available. It's just been reformulated, and I think it smells a little bit different, but I haven't smelled the new one, so I don't know. But I'm gonna keep it on the list because it's still a very, very good, one of my absolute favorite powdery fragrances. And the last one is definitely discontinued, and it is Lipstick On, our beloved Lipstick On. It's boozy, it's delicious, like rich iris. Nothing really compares. There are scents that are similar. The Eternity Intense is quite similar. The Dior Intense is quite similar, but this one, I'm just gonna make it my scent of the evening. It has almost like a liqueur scent to it. If you could ever find it, definitely just get it. Just get it. Like, I would buy a backup bottle right now. I would buy it for like 300 bucks. I'm not even joking. I would buy a backup right now. It's just that good. It smells like you're out in a bar and you had some drinks, some nice like rich whiskey. Maybe there's some spill on the floor and you're just at a jazz bar, dressed really, really nice. It's upscale, it's maybe a little bit of a smoky room, and this is the makeup bag that's with you. Like, that's the scent of the makeup bag that's with you. You're winding down, it's like towards the end of the evening, but you wanna like reapply your lipstick. You reach into your nice purse, you pull out your makeup bag, and you apply your lipstick in that bar, in that exact scene, with the liquor flowing, with a little bit of smokiness in the air. Like, that to me is this fragrance. It's just like that picture perfect kind of upscale jazz bar lounge evening. Such a good scent. So that's it. Those are all of my favorite lipsticky powdery makeup scents. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment down below and let me know your favorite lipsticky powdery scent, and I'll definitely check it out if I haven't already. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.